many men carry a concern that affects their self-esteem, relationships, and even confidence in intimacy from an early age. Comparisons with others and the influence of unrealistic standards fuel insecurities that often do not reflect reality. The lack of reliable information leads many to feel dissatisfied without reason. Believing in distorted ideas about their own bodies, the impact of this insecurity goes beyond appearance, can cause anxiety, social withdrawal, and poor choices in an attempt to change. Something that in most cases does not need correction. Penis size has always been a topic surrounded by myths, but the truth is quite different from what many imagine. My name is Laura Rossi. I am a urologist, and in this video, I will clarify once and for all what truly defines a healthy penis, with information based on science and clinical experience. This content may transform the way you see and feel about yourself. Before continuing, check if you are already subscribed to the channel to follow more content on health and sexual education. This video provided you with valuable information like it, so that this message reaches more people. I want to hear your opinion in the comments. Type 1 if you found the topic interesting, or 0 if you have suggestions to improve the content. Your participation makes all the difference. Many men believe they have a small penis, but does this perception match reality when it comes to SE? Men tend to be much more critical than women in a study. Involving thousands of men and women, almost half of the men reported being dissatisfied with their size. Among women, however, only a small percentage said they cared about it. In other words, the problem is often more in the man's mind than in reality. This happens because men see their own bodies from a different angle. Looking down makes the penis appear smaller, while other men seen from the front or side seem larger. This illusion makes many think they are below average, even when they are not. Another factor that contributes to this insecurity is the comparison with unrealistic images. Magazines, films, and even social media reinforce distorted standards. The average man looks nothing like the models chosen for these. Production's problem arises when comparison turns into an obsession, generating unnecessary anxiety and reducing confidence. Do you want to strengthen your sex life and create a deeper connection in your relationship in the digital book? Rediscovering Intimacy. Healthy Sexuality After 60. You will find practical guidance on reigniting desire, dealing with physical and emotional challenges, and enjoying more pleasurable moments. Access the link in the first pinned comment and discover how to transform your love life. Dissatisfaction with one's body does not only affect self-esteem, but can directly interfere with social and sexual life. Many men develop excessive fear of exposing themselves, leading to avoidant behaviours. They refrain from changing clothes in front of others, avoid intimacy, and even skip important medical exams. This constant worry can lead to anxiety, extreme insecurity, and in some cases, even depression in relationships. This insecurity can create emotional barriers. A man who believes he is not good enough may avoid intimacy, struggle to connect with his partner, and even experience performance issues due to excessive tension. This negative cycle feeds itself. Worry causes stress. Stress affects performance, and the result reinforces insecurity even further. Additionally, the psychological effect of excessive comparison can lead men to seek out extreme solutions products without scientific evidence. Ineffective exercises and even risky procedures come into play for those desperate to change something that often does not even need to be changed, instead of focusing on reality and their overall health. Many waste time and money trying to fix a problem that exists only in their perception. What men see in adult films can create a dangerous illusion about their own bodies. The actors in these productions are specifically chosen because they have characteristics that are far from average, making it seem like those standards are common. However, This selection process is similar to a professional basketball team. All the players are very tall, but that doesn't mean the general population is the same. Beyond size, these films reinforce unrealistic ideas about endurance performance and female reactions. As a result, many men start comparing themselves to an artificial standard, forgetting that real life does not work like an edited film. This kind of excessive exposure can feed frustrations and insecurities, making sexual experiences more stressful and less pleasurable. Another rarely discussed point is that filming angles, lighting, and even prosthetics create a visual illusion. What appears on the screen does not always match reality. Men who watch frequently may begin to develop a distorted perception of their own bodies, believing they need to reach an impossible standard. This can lead to unnecessary anxiety and harm. Their confidence numbers don't lie, but perception often does when it comes to average penis size. There is a difference between what men think and what has been scientifically proven. Studies involving more than 15,000 men worldwide have shown that the average erect penis length is 13.12 centimeters, 5.16 inches, while the average girth is 11.7 centimeters, 4.6 inches in Brazil. Some analyses suggest a slightly higher average, reaching 14 centimeters, 5.5 inches. Even so, a significant percentage of men believe they are below average despite fitting. Within these numbers, the issue is that few people understand what average really means. Half of men will have a size below this value, and that does not mean anything is wrong. Furthermore, only 0.5% of men have a penis longer than 17.4 centimeters, 6.85 inches, proving that the exaggerated sizes seen in some media do not represent reality. Another important point is that flayed size can be misleading. Some penises appear smaller but expand significantly when erect, others have a larger flayed size but do not grow as much. This detail makes all the difference and often creates unnecessary worries. When discussing penis size, most men focus only on length, but girth is also an important factor. The average erect penis circumference is 11.7 centimeters, 4.6 inches, meaning many men fall within this range, but overlook its relevance. Additionally, there is a rarely discussed point. The vagina's add adaptability, contrary to what many believe. The vagina is not a fixed space, but an extremely elastic organ that adjusts to the partner. Most of the nerve endings sensitive to female pleasure are located within the first 2 to 3 centimeters of the vaginal entrance, meaning that excessive length does not always make a difference. Additionally, a very large penis can even cause discomfort. Depending on the partner's anatomy, what truly influences pleasure are other factors, such as the quality of the erection, proper stimulation, and emotional connection during intimacy. The idea that bigger is better does not hold up. When understanding female physiology, many women report discomfort with overly large sizes, and some prefer a penis with greater girth rather than excessive length. In other words, pleasure is much more related to the couple's compatibility than to a specific measurement. Many men avoid situations that involve exposing their bodies for fear of judgment, since adolescence changing in a locker room can be a source of insecurity. The fear of comparisons leads some to avoid sports gyms and even medical exams. This behavior can intensify over time, creating unnecessary isolation. This excessive fear of being observed or judged has led to a condition known as small penis anxiety syndrome. A man suffering from this issue does not necessarily have a below average size, but feels like he does. The mind amplifies insecurity, leading to constant worry. This anxiety can harm sexual performance, confidence, and even daily social interactions. Some men develop obsessive behaviors, such as constantly measuring their penis, comparing themselves to unrealistic images, and avoiding any situation where they might be seen. This cycle of insecurity can lead to a loss of self-confidence and even withdrawal from relationships. Problem is not with the body, but with how a person perceives themselves. Excessive concern turns something natural into an obstacle, when in reality, most people do not even notice or care about these details. Certain factors can create the illusion that the penis is smaller than it actually is, and most of them have simple solutions. One of the main culprits is the accumulation of pubic fat. When the area below the abdomen has excess fat, part of the penis remains buried, reducing its visible length. Overweight men may notice that losing weight makes their penis appear larger without any actual change in size. Another common factor is the body's natural contraction in certain situations, such as cold temperatures or moments of stress. Penis has a muscle called the dartes, which responds to temperature and emotional states, just as the testicles retract in the cold. The penis can appear smaller in these moments. This is temporary and does not affect its actual size. Excessive pubic hair can also make a difference. A large amount of hair can cover the base of the penis, creating the illusion that it is smaller. Simply trimming the area can improve perception. Additionally, poor posture, such as a protruding abdomen, can affect how a man views his body, reinforcing unnecessary insecurities. Although most men who worry about penis size fall within the average range, there is a small group that truly has a medical condition called micropenis. This condition is characterized by an erect penile length of less than 7.5 centimeters, about 2.95 inches. According to medical criteria, unlike the mistaken perception that many men have about their bodies. Micropenis is a real diagnosis, and its origin may be related to hormonal factors during fetal development. Identifying this condition must be done by a qualified professional, as only proper measurement can confirm the diagnosis in addition to reduced length. Other aspects can be evaluated, such as the presence of associated endocrine conditions in confirmed cases. There are medical approaches to improve the patient quality of life. Some hormonal therapies, when started early, can have some impact on organ growth in adulthood. Surgical procedures may provide aesthetic and functional improvements. However, any intervention must be carefully planned, as many men who believe they have a problem are actually within the normal range and simply need to adjust their perception of themselves. For men who still feel uncomfortable with their size, there are safe and effective alternatives that do not involve unnecessary risks. First step is to distinguish unrealistic expectations from what can actually be improved. Some simple lifestyle changes already produce visible effects. Reducing pubic fat, for example, can increase the visible part of the penis, making its appearance more proportional. Additionally, strengthening the pelvic muscles can improve blood circulation and erection quality, directly impacting performance exercises, such as Kegel, are known to help in this process. For those seeking medical alternatives, there are well-established options such as supervised hormonal therapies, which are only recommended for specific cases of hormonal deficiency. Miraculous promises of creams and devices without scientific backing should be approached with caution. Many products marketed as Qui solutions have no proven effectiveness and can even cause adverse effects. The focus should be on safe, evidence-based solutions. In many cases, real transformation happens when attention shifts from comparison to building self-confidence and overall well-being. Insecurity about one's body can lead some men to make mistakes that, instead of improving confidence, worsen their self-perception. Many of these poor choices are based on myths or influenced by unrealistic comparisons. Avoiding these mistakes can make a significant difference in how a man feels about himself and interacts with others. One of the most common mistakes is resorting to miracle products and methods, creams, vacuum pumps, and devices sold as quick fixes for increasing size, have no scientific proof, and in some cases may even cause harm. Another mistake is believing that a smaller penis automatically means lower performance. Female satisfaction does not depend solely on size, but rather on emotional connection and proper stimulation. Additionally, some men develop the habit of hiding. They avoid situations where they might be seen for fear of judgment, skipping gyms, beaches, or even medical appointments. This isolation only reinforces insecurity and prevents them from building stronger self-esteem. The focus should be on overall well-being, making healthy choices, and understanding that a man's true value is not defined by a single physical trait, but by how he feels and behaves in the world. Throughout this video, it has become clear how a distorted perception of penis size can impact self-esteem, relationships, and even sexual health, comparing oneself to unrealistic standards. The effects of anxiety and the search for miracle solutions are traps that reinforce unnecessary insecurities. Science has already shown that the vast majority of men fall within the average range, and that size alone does not determine performance or satisfaction. The way each person perceives themselves makes all the difference. Simple adjustments such as reducing pubic fat and strengthening the pelvic muscles can improve both appearance and functionality, without the need for risky interventions. In the end, confidence is what truly matters. Did you already know about the effects of pelvic muscles on erection quality? I leave your answer in the comments. I want to hear your opinion, and before you leave, don't forget to like the video. Your support strengthens the channel and helps us bring more informative content. If you found this topic useful, there are other videos on this channel that explore men's health in depth and help debunk myths that create insecurity. Watch the next one and keep learning. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss future content.